Hey folks, what's up? Yep, it's me. And it has been a bit of a trying time. Um, as you can see, I've grown in a full beard. I need to trim this in order to level it down, but I actually have something I want to do with my beard. I have a very specific way I want to have it cut. So probably next month, I'm going to head to the barber shop up the road with a picture or two of the way I want it done, and I'm going to see if they can do it. Basically, it's just going to be like two big lapchongs, I guess they call them. I'm going to have it trimmed here so it matches down to the corner of my lip. So this is getting trimmed, and it's going to kind of curve under. And underneath here is going to follow my jawline right along here. It's going to go with my jawline. And then this will all be trimmed to match, and there'll be an empty spot right here, about 2 fingers wide, right down the middle. And no mustache. I don't know why I've let this grow in as far as I have. I hate mustache because they get caught in soda cans, although I don't drink soda that much anymore either. But this is not actually in response to me being in Massachusetts. It's because I've seen somebody with a beard style that I really like, and I think it'll look nice on me. So I'm going to give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, I can always just shave it off and grow the old goatee back. But to change things up. And my hair is growing in, you can see, nice and bald right up here like I always am, but I'm going to get this shaved off as well. I don't have hair clippers. I might buy some so I can do it and keep it down, but anyways, that's not why this video is up. This video is up because, like, where the fuck have I been? I keep saying I'm going to do all these things and then I just drop off the face of the planet. Well, it's been trying. I've only been here a little over, 3 months now, and not taking care of my mother, that's not the hard part. Not taking care of the house so much is the hard part either. That's a little more difficult, but those aren't issues at all, really. I've just been getting sick a lot, and I maybe it's a change of the climate, but there's been other things as well. I still have a nagging cough, which I've had for over a month. I did get really sick at one point. Was running a fever, although I didn't have a thermometer to measure it. I know I was running a fever because I was in a room that was almost like 80 degrees under a blanket and I wasn't sweating. And just recently, my right leg became infected, and my anything having to deal with my legs under the knees, below the knees, is serious because I have poor circulation below my knees. So when that happened, there's an open wound on my leg, which I'm trying to get to close, and it just started weeping like a waterfall. I would actually take a full-size dishcloth, fold it into a square about this thick, and maybe about, like yay, put it on the wound, wrap it up with an ace bandage. Within 2 to 3 hours, it would be soaked. I don't mean wet, I don't mean damp, I mean I could squeeze that and the clear liquid would just like wringing out a washcloth after you put it under a faucet. It was bad. Um, I actually went to the hospital for that. I got antibiotics. Fortunately, it was not cellulitis, because if it was, they would have kept me in the hospital. So they gave me that. They told me to keep an eye on the redness of my leg. If it got any worse, I was to go back to the hospital. And about 3 to 4 days after starting the medication, finally, I had actually scheduled an appointment to go see my doctor this past Thursday, and I canceled it because I was exhausted and my leg had stopped weeping. It had finally just stopped, and that was a great relief for me. These past few days, in case you haven't noticed, things have changed behind me. I've been rearranging and swapping rooms with my mother. My mother has been moved into the living room where I was because it's larger, it's warmer, and It's much easier to get in and out of, easier access. So when she eventually gets her wheelchair, she'll be able to get in and out a lot easier. And I've taken her room because it's smaller. I don't need that much room. It's cooler, which I actually really, really like. And it's more private. I have an actual door. You can't really see it back there. That you can't see through, unlike the French doors in the living room. So, yeah, I have an actual door. And I get to close at night, and the room's nice and dark. But I also get to sit here and look out the window to my right. Um, the one to the left, my computer's here, so I can't see out of it. And I also got my big TV over there. Maybe I'll pan the camera around someday and show you guys the room, but not today. But I actually have my window open over here. I have one of my windows open because it's actually nice out, despite the fact that it's like somewhere in the 40s right now, maybe lower 50s. Let's see. Temp in Wareham, Mass. There we go. Yeah, it's 46 degrees out right now here in Wareham. It's 46. I've got my window open. Was it yesterday? No, it was day before yesterday. I actually had to go across the street and get $20 out of the ATM in order to pay for Chinese food because the past 2 days I've been too exhausted to cook. I'll get into that in a minute. And I actually walked across the street in rubber slippers, shorts, and a t-shirt. And I was fine. I actually enjoyed it. It felt so nice, so cool. I mean, after a little while, I started to feel a little cold. But, you know, for the time it took me to walk over there, get it, and walk back, I was fine. I'm looking around. Everyone else around me, they're in winter jackets, long sleeve shirts, boots, pants. I'm sitting there looking around at everyone going, I'm the one from Hawaii, right? I've been in the warm temperature for 16 years. What's all this? But yeah, I guess I haven't lost my taste for cold weather despite being in Hawaii for 16 years. I'm 46 out. I've got my window open. At night, I actually run a fan. I have it blow outwards, so it blows the warmer air out and only sucks in a small amount of cooler air. I know it's going to get colder, and I know eventually it's going to hit me, but for now, I'm like, I'm loving it. I don't care that it's 46 out. I'll go outside and hang out like this all freaking day. Uh, you know, I'm still walking outside barefoot. You know, I've walked in Hawaii for so many years barefoot. I cut the grass in Hawaii with a weed eater barefoot. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. But the past 3 days, actually four now, because it's still not quite finished, but it's done for the most part. I've been rearranging rooms, and it was a hell of a task. It really, really, really was a hell of a task to do. I'm taking all my mom's stuff out of it. I mean, basically what I had to do was I took the big TV and the sofa and the table and my computer and all that out of the living room. Then shuffled what I could from this room into the living room. Started setting things up, starting putting things together, just enough so that my mom could get around. And then I put myself in here. I just set up my computer and I put the sofa here in the middle of the room and just flopped down on it, went to sleep. The next day came to putting everything else together and finishing cleaning out this room. So got my mom set up in her room, finished cleaning out this room, got it looking really nice, neat, clean, all set up, and finally done there. My mom finished up in her room. Yesterday was putting the kitchen back together because the kitchen was still a mess. It took me 2 days to catch up to the dishes, just because there was so much. I've been trying to do laundry in between doing stuff, so it's taking me like 3 days to do laundry. Um, it's just been a lot of hard work, but it's been a lot of adjustments. It's been a lot of being sick for whatever reason. See, it's been a lot of being sick. It's been a lot of adjustments, and it's been a lot of just stuff. You know, by the end of the day, when I finally settle down, usually around 5 or 6 o'clock at night, I'm just fuck it, I don't feel like recording. I don't feel like doing anything except sitting here and talking with my red tail friends. My red tail friends are, you know, they're just my group of friends. They're my closest friends. Shay, Hobo, White, Reese, Lynette, Linksy, True, Panther, Davy. These are all people I talk to in general. Some of them are closer than others, like Hobo, Lynette, White, and not Lynette. Hobo. I keep saying Lynette. Lynette's a good friend, but Hobo, Linksy, Shay, White, they're probably the closest to me in terms of friends. And then the rest are more, those are close friends, the rest are friends. That makes sense? I hope so, because I can't explain it any better. So, I mean, the past week, I haven't even really played anything except Binding of Isaac, because I haven't wanted to. I haven't played World of Warships. I haven't played World of Tanks. Nothing. Just nothing, because I haven't felt like it. I haven't wanted to. I've been too tired, you know? Trying to start getting into a program where I get paid to take care of my mother. We're going to start with the small program because it's the fastest to get rolling. They'll give me like 4 to 5 hours. It should be a day, around $10 a day. So it'd be like, you know, even minimum $40 a day. Even if they only paid me 5 days a week, that's still $200 a week extra. But after that, I don't know if that's a day or if that's per week. I really don't. Even if it's per week, well, okay, well, fine. That's still an extra $40, $50 a week. That's a big deal. That's a big deal for me. And after that, I'm going to get into the big program, which pays 21 hours. Now, I don't know if that's 21 hours a day or 21 hours a week, but if it's a day, if it's 21 hours a day, good God. That's $210 a day. $210 a day. And if it's a week, that's still an extra $210 a week times 4. That's $840 extra a month. That's almost double what I get. Doubling what I get. And that's the other thing, too. It can't be counted against my Social Security because it's money that is supposed to help me help take care of the person that I'm taking care of. So that's going to be a huge boost to me. That's going to be money I can put aside for a car, you know, and I can have a car within 6 months. That's money I can put aside to get a new computer. I love this old gal that I've had. She's served me so well for so long and gone through a lot of things that I've caused problems with, and she's still going strong. You know, but I still wouldn't mind getting something to help keep up with the games that are coming out. You know, I want to stream. I need a second monitor to stream, and I thought I'd be able to get it this month, but that's not happening. And Christmas ain't happening either for a new monitor. But things, you know, time will tell. Time will tell. But just so much I want to do, and I just don't have the energy. You know, dishes every day, touch-ups every day, laundry. I've actually got to start doing more of. I was trying to do laundry once a week. I'm probably have to do it at least twice a week now. Just other stuff. You know, I've just been worn out. I haven't wanted to record. I haven't wanted to even play a game. But I would like to get back onto that. I would like to start playing again. And so I'm considering going, you know, it's been revealed that Mass Effect Andromeda is supposed to be released in early 2017. So I really would actually like to go back to my Mass Effect playthrough and continue and finish that of all 3 games. I have all 3. I just got to re-download Origins again. Not for the first one, I don't think. The first one I can do straight through Steam, but the other 2 I got to go through Origins on, which is fine. There's just so much I have to do and so much I want to do, but I don't have the energy anymore. But things are starting to settle, which is why I'm making this vlog. Things are getting better. I'm getting used to it more and more. and hopefully things will smooth out. Don't be surprised if I just start uploading Mass Effect Andromeda. Not Andromeda, Mass Effect again. I know, like I said, oh, Dark Souls. No, Dark Souls is my new game. It's a fun game. I can record and put it. I enjoy playing it, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I want to record. Um, I'd much rather play a game where I have a lot of fun on, and that's a little, Dark Souls is one of those games. It's relaxing but frustrating. I'd rather play a game that's just fun, and that game is Mass Effect. So my save should still be on my computer, even though the game isn't. I can download it in no time and play it, get it up. So don't be surprised if Monday I start doing that again, because I want to get back in the swing of things somehow, some way. And I know that I can. Euro Truck is a possibility, but American Truck is not. I'm not sold on American Truck Simulator. I'm just not. I like Euro Truck. I'm not a big fan of American Truck. Go figure. So Euro Truck is a possibility that can come around again, but American Truck, I severely doubt it. Beyond that, time will tell. Time will tell. I have plans to try and do Mass Effect Andromeda. It is a game that I might break my rule of never, pre-order, but we'll see. We'll see. I have faith. I have faith in the Mass Effect series. Despite the bad ending of 3, it was still a good game. Mass Effect 3 was still a good game. It just had an ending that really wasn't that great. And Mass Effect 1 and 2 were also both amazing games. So Mass Effect Andromeda, I have faith. I have hope. So we shall see. Anyways, anything else in particular? I don't think so. Like I said, I've just been sick a lot, adjusting a lot. It's been one thing after another, and it's just kind of kept me down. But things are starting to come back together again. Things are starting to feel better again. I'm starting to get, my old energy back. And some of the problems have just been mentally taxing. Like, I'll go into it real quick because I just remembered, honestly, my mother, her food stamps got screwed up because of an input error, and they took her food stamps from 120 down to 16. And it was wrong. It was an input error. They were saying that she was getting money that she actually wasn't. And there were two sides involved, and neither side could fix it. Eventually, I managed to get through to a manager, I guess you could say, and they escalated it up for me. And eventually, we got it taken care of. And just as we get that taken care of, my mother's Social Security gets docked $240 because they claim they never received a paper that I took to the post office personally and mailed. And we've also faxed it to them twice already, and we've had to fax it a third time. So this is the fourth time we're sending it to them. And we are going to have to find out Monday if it got in, because, yesterday, Friday, was a holiday, Veterans Day. Oh, and of course the big scandal, I suppose I could mention. Trump is president, winning over states that people thought he wouldn't. Florida, Pennsylvania, Michigan. These are all states that he won. And it came as quite a surprise to a lot of people. Not so much to me. I knew he stood a chance because Hillary didn't have the draw that she had when she went up against Obama 8 years ago. She didn't have the draw. Her emails were a big deal. She was older. There were questions about her health. Um, People just saw her as another politician. And despite everything that he said and everything that he did, at least with Trump, even if he fires off his mouth, even if he came off as racist and a bigot, quite a few other things that you would not associate a president with, unless, of course, her name was Bill Clinton. um, he didn't lie. At least he didn't. It didn't seem like he was lying. He just told you how it was. At least with him, you knew what you were getting. At least that's how it seemed, and that's how a lot of people said. A lot of people that were polled and asked said they're not happy with either candidate. And they're basically just choosing. They were basically just choosing what they felt was the lesser of two evils. Um, of course, I think that says a lot when you vote for Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton and call him the lesser of two evils. But a lot of people are afraid of what could happen under his term. Um, there already have been some reports of people, uh, and you knew this was coming because of what he said about Latinos and Muslims and all that. There's already been reports of people being chased and harassed and yelled at and picked on, and people saying, yeah, Trump doesn't want you anymore, go home, go back. And it's not just towards Latinos or um, Muslims. It's been to African Americans, it's been to Chinese, or I should just say Asian in general. And again, it just kind of like makes me shake my head because it's like, if we all went home to where our ancestors are from, um, the United States would be a virtual ghost country with a very, very small population of American Indians who would be very happy at that point. Uh, because 99.9% of the population does not belong in the United States. We were born here, we were raised here, but doesn't mean our ancestors were from here, like most people who are being harassed. And I hope this is something that gets nailed in the bud real quick. This is something that Trump needs to fix. Plain and simple. It's something that Trump needs to fix because you can't have all of these people committing hate crimes because of something that he said or did. He needs to be held responsible for that. So if this starts becoming a problem, it needs to be dealt with before it becomes a huge problem. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I did listen to some of Trump's acceptance speech, victory speech, I guess you could say, and I'll give him credit for one thing and one thing only. He won gracefully. He complimented Hillary on her campaign. He called for unity of everybody. Um, he won gracefully. He really did. He didn't brag. He didn't go all pompous, and he didn't go all silly, and which is what I expected out of him, considering his campaign. No, but he went very gracefully into victory, and I hope that it continues. Um, and I'm just going to speak my mind here openly as well. I can see Trump's campaign, terms going one of two ways. It's either going to go surprisingly well. He's going to come out and surprise us all and actually do a good job, or it's going to go surprisingly horribly to where he's either going to be impeached or assassinated. I don't think that there's an in-between on that road. I really don't. That's just a hair. I really don't see an in-between. He's either going to do good or he's going to do horrible. There's no mediocre for him. So it should be interesting. But I personally don't care quite as much as you would think. Just because, sorry. It's because I'm just a passive person. I'm more of a just wait and see. I'm not. I'm not surprised he won. And even if I could have voted this term, I wouldn't have, just because I didn't want either to win. I didn't like Trump or Hillary. I don't now. I don't think either one belonged in the White House. But whatever, whatever. It doesn't matter too much to me. We'll just wait and see what happens. But yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up here because I'm already heading up towards 30 minutes of talking. So that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. I hope you've enjoyed listening to me ramble on as much as I enjoy rambling. Um, Again, don't be surprised if you start seeing Mass Effect again starting around Monday, maybe even sooner. But otherwise, I will at the very least try and keep you posted a couple times a week with vlogs about what's going on until until I get back on my feet. All right, talk to you later.